Interesting. And draw this in your own style. Let's see. How long do I have? October 10th. I have about a month to do this.
3 weeks later.
Fuck, I haven't even started. That's how we got here. A week until the deadline. Nothing done. Perfect conditions to create something. Especially after blowing it off for like a month. When I went into this piece, I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted. I just knew that I wanted to obviously do this in my own style. I went through a couple of thumbnail sketches, but none of them were really clicking with me. And I ran into kind of a slump for a little bit. I decided to go on Instagram to really see what other artists were drawing, to just kind of get some inspiration, a little bit of motivation. And I ended up coming across Dominic Glover. I've been following him on Instagram for a while now. He's a professional comic book artist, Marvel and DC, I believe. And he's basically, not recently, but he was doing these kind of portraits where they were from the shoulders up, and they were just these really well done. The one I saw was Avatar, and I just thought, well, Avatar: The Last Airbender, gotta be specific. I don't want to confuse you with the blue people. But he was doing Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I really liked the way he was doing it. And so I kind of wanted to do something in that same vein. Obviously, I didn't copy him 100%, but just something that could maybe fit in. After coming up with the general direction I wanted to take this piece in, I had to come up with the pose I wanted her to be in. And after going on Pinterest and Instagram again, I had this idea of basically using her one uncovered eye and the raven's head to kind of complete the eye pairs, and to kind of make it look like the raven's head is covering her other eye rather than it just being her hair. Now, in the original pose, the raven is on the side where the eye is uncovered, and for this idea that wouldn't really work, so I had a choice to either move the raven to the other side and do it that way, but I didn't quite like that idea either, because it would cover the hairpiece. The raven would cover the hairpiece, and I felt like part of this character, the raven, hairpiece, the hair, that's what made this character unique, and it's what really made the character. So I decided to switch which eye was being covered and which one wasn't. I moved it to the right side, kept the raven on the left side, and I kept the hairpiece basically the same. One of the things I did was basically use the hairpiece as this thing that really parted her hair. Now, I also, obviously it's my own style, so I did it a little bit, I think, more on the comic book style. I think hers is more in anime style, like this really nice illustration, but it does take more on anime. Mine is a little bit more maybe on the comic book side. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe my style. But what I do have to say is the hardest part of this whole piece definitely has to be the raven. I don't really draw animals that much. I usually draw people. That's what I like to draw. I went a little more on the cartoon side for the raven because I thought it was going to be a lot easier. What I can say is that the raven started causing me a bit of trouble when I started coloring it, because I decided to add purple to the hair because I thought it would be really nice, it would contrast, it would look cool. The problem is I also decided to go for a purple color in the raven, and it kind of started to blend together with the hair, so I had a lot of trouble trying to keep the raven and the hair apart. I finally came up with something that would kind of work, but it was a bit of a pain. Well, that was a brief recap on my art process for this piece. I'll see you guys in the next one. Now, hit the music.
I've been watching you. I've been watching you.